Hey everybody, it's Steve from the Sewing Center of Orange County. I'm with you today because I want to go over how to properly thread your machine. Today we're working with the Baby Lock Presto II. This is very similar. This covers several machines in the Baby Lock lineup, and there is another B-word brand out there that are just like this machine in how they thread. We'll be talking about some of the other machines that are a little bit different at a later date. But today we're working with really the midline meat and potatoes sewing machine. So we're going to start out. One of the first things we want to do is select this correct spool pin cap for the thread we're working with. This machine actually comes with 4. We don't want to use one that's too big. The thread can get caught behind it and not feed. We want to make sure that we have the appropriate spool cap for the thread that we're working with. Slightly larger than the spool of thread that you're using, okay? So we've got that on there. We're going to take our bobbin. First thing we got to do when we thread is we need to fill a bobbin. So we're going to put, with the Baby Lock, most Baby Lock machines, we're going to put the bobbin on the bobbin winder. We've got our thread. Actually, we have our thread on there backwards, just as the picture shows. We want the thread coming over the top and off. So we're going to put that on like so. So we're going to take our thread. Got a nice generous amount of thread here. Got some slack. I'm going to come over number 1. I'm going to come under this. I'm going to come up. I like to hold my thread. I'm going to come behind the bracket. And I'm going to come down between the bracket and this little round guy. And I want to make sure I get it under there. This guy is spring loaded. This is the tension for the thread while we're winding a bobbin. I'm going to come over here behind the bobbin. I want to have a generous amount of thread because I'm going to take the thread and I'm going to wind it around the bobbin several times. I prefer 6 to 20, actually 6 to 10 times around. You'll see the notch in the bottom of the bobbin winder here. I'm going to put the thread in the notch. I'm going to pull it back and it cuts and holds it. I'm going to push the bobbin winder over and I'm going to press the accelerator. I've got the speed set on a medium speed. That's a good speed for filling a bobbin. We're not going to fill the bobbin completely today, but we're going to put a fair amount of thread on the bobbin. When the bobbin is full, the bobbin will quit turning. The motor will continue to go, but the bobbin itself will stop spinning. Today we don't need that much thread. We're going to stop. I'm going to cut the thread. I'm going to push the bobbin winder back over to the left. I'm going to pull this straight up. I'm now going to put the bobbin into the bobbin, into the bobbin case. I'm going to lift the presser foot, the lever in the back. I'm going to open the cover. I'm going to take my bobbin and make the letter P for the perfect bobbin. I do not need 9 aggravating things to happen. I'm going to, once again, make the letter P for the perfect bobbin. I'm going to put the bobbin into the bobbin case, and you'll see this little tongue that sticks out right there. I'm nice and low. I'm going to put my finger on the bobbin. I'm going to bring the thread around. I'm going to come around. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to pull, and the thread is going to cut. I'm going to take my cover, the little tab on the cover goes under the spring. So I'm going to bring it in at a 45. It goes under there. I'm going to lock it into place. If I did it correctly when I open it, that little guy jumps up and it's very easy to get out, okay? We're going to put that back on there. I'm going to lower that. Something I would like you to see on a lot of the Baby Lock machines, if you look right here, when I lower the foot, there's a door that closes. When I raise the foot, the door opens. That's a reminder that the presser foot must be in the up position to properly thread your Baby Lock machine, okay? So we're gonna go up here to the top. Once again, I want to make sure I've got a generous amount of thread. I'm going to come over here to number 1. I'm going to come under number 2. I'm going to come around. I'm going to come down. I'm going to come up. I'm going to come over and around. I'm going to come down here to number 6, making sure that I pull it all the way over to that side. Now, don't overthink the situation here. I'm going to grab the thread. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to push back. I'm going to run my hand along the side of the machine. I'm going to pull and cut the thread. I'm now going to go to the lever on the side. I'm going to push it down, and the machine is threaded. Now, one of the things I can do, if I pull the thread right now, it pulls very easily. When I lower the foot, there should be a lot of tension on the thread. That's a way to double check and make sure that I have properly threaded the machine. I'm going to put the thread under the foot and out the back. I recommend that you use a scrap piece of fabric, lower your presser foot, and sew to make sure that your machine is functioning properly before you work on your project. And as you can see, we're going to cut our thread. We have a good stitch on the top and bottom because we've properly threaded our machine. And this is how you thread the Baby Lock Presto II. And I'll be listing, when we post this, I'll be listing some of the other Baby Lock models that this covers. I appreciate your time. Have a great day, and I hope this makes your day better. Bye-bye.